Welcome back to BS Movie News Live. Thank you guys for coming out. Here's a really big announcement for you guys. Get really fucking excited because the other day I checked online to see where how much money Epic History X-Men Volume 3 has made, and it finally made its money back. We finally made our money back on episode Volume 3, The Dark Phoenix Saga. So I said that once we made our money back, we would put it out for free on YouTube. So that is something we're going to be doing this month. T-Bone has got to do a little bit of tweaks and a couple of things to it before we put it on YouTube, but it's going to be out. So for everybody who couldn't afford it, for all my kids who don't have fucking, money and shit, Epic History X-Men Volume 3 is coming free for YouTube. We also wanted to do this.
Have a couple days to support it.
But you still have like a couple of days to support it. So I mean, if you want to support the Comic Book World 19 show and you want to spend $3.99 on it, here's your last chance. But if you can't, if you're in a rough spot, which we all are, I totally understand that. It'll be out there for free in the next week or so, somewhere in there. Don't hold me to anything. So moving on to our movie reviews. Okay, so T-Bone tricked me into going to see Snowden the other night. He caught me off guard. Okay, so Snowden is a really interesting movie. A lot of interesting things going on in this movie. It really did show what the situation was for this person as a human, which is like, I'm all about humanity and what happens when you're in a weird spot and like, how do you deal with those things? And so, this guy was put in a weird spot where he is helping to create this software and utilizing this software that's the ultimate spying machine, where they can really, like, literally, like right now, someone could be spying on me from my phone that's sitting right here. They could be turning on the camera, they could be looking at me, they could be listening to me, and I would have no fucking clue, I would have no fucking clue. And that's fucked up, and that is an awesome power, and that's the thing that I liked the most about this movie, was showing what an awesome power the NSA is in control of and how this power could be abused very, very, very easily. It's like, maybe right now it's kind of being abused, but not really. But the thing is like, this power is still there, and what if somebody else gets elected that's like super crazy, and then they just like, misuse it. There's a lot of scenarios, and it very much plays into, we are turning into a Big Brother 1984 society with this technology. Like, Big Brother is watching you. Like, this is like George Orwell's, it's prophetic, like that's where we're headed, and we're all just letting it happen, And what do you do about it? And it's just, it's really insane. So I really liked the movie from that aspect of showing the terrible power that our government does have, and that how fucked up it is and how it's not right. I thought that part was really great. There was one really interesting explanation about the 3 strings where, okay, so say you've got clearance to spy on this one person, right? But you get like 3 hops. So what does that mean? Well, okay, so you can spy on this person, which means that not only do you spy on them, but you also can spy on all of the contacts in their emails and in their phones. So then you hop out, and that gives you, I don't know, however many hundreds of people that you can also spy on. And then from there, you can hop on from those people's contacts and like go out even further. And then it's like, and you take one more jump, and then you pretty much just got the whole fucking population that you can spy on. It's just like millions and millions of people just in like 3 hops, of like, it's that, I don't know, that was fascinating. The problem that I do have with this movie is that I feel like it's a little too soon to be doing a movie about Edward Snowden. I feel like
better than it being too late.
But it is better than it being too late. You're right, T-Bone. We need to talk about these issues now, and he's a great character to talk about these issues through. I understand that, and like I believe that, and I'm on board with that. But I feel like his story hasn't completely unfolded, and so I would like to have more events unfold before we start seeing biopics and things like that. Or biopics, sorry. Biopic sounds so much better, but I guess it's biopic. I can't believe I almost forgot. The best part of Snowden was Nicolas Cage. That was the best part. I can't believe I almost forgot that. Okay, so fucking Nicolas Cage, he was in this movie. He's got like 3 scenes in the movie, and he's in it for like 5 minutes, maybe, tops. I don't know. And so it was so funny. First of all, his hairpiece is killing me with that. Like, he's got this like it's a receded hairline hairpiece, which is even more ironic. Is like he knows that people aren't going to buy him not being bald, but like he still wants to like he has this part thing. I don't know. It's terrible. But he just cannot help but deliver a line. Like, he just cannot help but just deliver a line. Like, he can't just act, you know? It's just every line that he says is such a line. And then at the very end, when it comes out and Snowden's leaked the information and the world finds out, you know, it shows a shot of him in his home, and he's like, the kid did it, you know, he did it. And like, I laughed like audibly in the theater. Like, it was so funny to me. So yeah, Nicolas Cage is worth the price of admission. I would say that. Like more Nicolas Cage peppered in anything would be great. Tyson made a really funny comment in the movie. He said that he felt like Nicolas Cage didn't know that he wasn't the star of the movie. Like someone told him he was the star, and it's so true. Like I feel like we need to like. In every movie, we need to put Nicolas Cage in there and just make him think that he's the star in every movie, and then just like have him as a weird side character that makes no sense and completely breaks the reality of the movie. But I love Nick Cage, though. I mean, people give him a lot of shit, and he's a crazy person. I mean, he's for real crazy person, but so am I. So I mean, you know, I'm not here to judge. We all get there how we get there. Would I recommend Snowden? I wouldn't pay theater prices to see it, but I would recommend watching it just for understanding the situation that, like, it's important to understand the power that our government is wielding and how fucked up it is, but the thing is it's a Pandora's box, and once you open it, you really can't close it. So I'm not sure, you know, how all this is going to play out. I guess so. I mean, if you didn't have internet or a phone, you know, then you're fine. But I mean, our world isn't built that way anymore, you know? So yeah, Nicolas Cage for the win.
They're gonna come for me. They're gonna come for all of you too.
Next up, we're talking Star Wars, guys. There's two things I want to talk about with Star Wars. So Cracked came out with this video. This girl, Maggie May, she is talking about this Reddit fan theory about the prequels. And I think it's like how George Lucas almost accidentally made a masterpiece. You know, that's the thing. How George Lucas almost accidentally made a masterpiece. And she goes into this Reddit fan theory of what if you just change one thing about these prequels, you would make all of Star Wars like 1 billion times better. I need real fucking motivations besides I'm a good guy, I'm a bad guy. I need a real fucking human motivation, okay? And they don't have those. It's like, I'm a good guy, I'm a bad guy, I'm a mustache twirler. And so in this clears all of that up for me. Here's the pitch, right? So in the prequels, we've got Padme, right? And like, we're supposed to believe that Padme is like, all about Anakin, some fucking kid who's lame and stupid. Like, okay, trust me, I was a teenage girl once. I wasn't looking at younger boys and going, oh, he'll be hot later. I'm gonna bone him when he's older. He was an 8-year-old kid. You don't look at them sexually. However, who would she have a crush on? Might it be Obi-Wan Kenobi, played by Ewan McGregor? Okay, I had a crush on Ewan McGregor when I was in high school, so let me tell you, high school girls would totally be digging on Ewan McGregor, right? And so the whole thing is that if you look at this movie through the lens that Padme and Ewan McGregor are having a secret love affair, right? And that it's this love triangle, and like Anakin grows up, and then he falls in love with her, and then like they're kind of having a thing, but she really is in love with the other guy who's such a good Jedi that he would never like, he's like a Lancelot and Guinevere, you know, like they're so passionate, they want to be together, but they just can't be together. Padme and Obi-Wan can't directly confront Anakin because they know he's already kind of on the dark side, like he might be turning. So if they go, hey, sorry, we're really in love, and like, I mean, I like you, you're cool, but like, I really like this guy, and like, sorry, dude, like that would push him over the edge, you know? And it's just tragic. It's tragedy. It's a tragic tale. Love triangle's a tragic tale, man. And so it makes everything make more sense. It gives reason and weight behind things, and how at the very end, like how when she brings, you know, Obi-Wan to him, and he's like, you brought him to kill me? You know, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it's so overdone. But if you think about it through the lens of, oh, he knows that that's her real lover, and she brought him to fucking kill, like, I would be pissed too. Like, yes, Yes, like so all the tumblers fall into place, you know? And then Luke becomes Obi-Wan's secret love child, okay? And then, oh God, it just keeps going. It just keeps going. And it even goes through, like, it doesn't just apply to the prequels, it can apply to the rest of them. And it would make the whole thing this Shakespearean fucking tragedy, you know? It would just like, and that's awesome. And that gives depth and emotional reasons besides, I'm a good guy, I'm a bad guy. Like, it's amazing, it's beautiful. And so this theory, from now on, I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna think of it like that. And I'm gonna choose to believe that that was the real story.
I think we should reboot the prequels.
Yes.
And just make this story a little bit more apparent.
T-Bone says we should reboot the prequels. Because, I mean, we could. I mean, like, that's the state of Hollywood. We could totally do that. Reboot the prequels, except this time add in the love triangle and add in Obi-Wan as the hot lover that Padme really wants to be with. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. So, yeah, definitely check out that Cracked video. It made me like Star Wars. I was like, wow, now I would like Star Wars if that was the case. Like, yeah, check that out. It came from a Reddit theory. This girl did a wonderful video explaining it. It was wonderful. Cracked produced it. I was a big fan of it, so I definitely highly recommend checking out that video online and the Plinkett review. Check it out, guys. If you have some time, check it out. I'd like to give a big shout out to Red Letter Media. I love those guys. I've been watching Mike and Jay for years. They're my favorite reviewers. They're my favorite reviewers online. So they started off like a long time ago. Mike did these Plinkett reviews where they're these really long, involved reviews breaking down the prequels of Star Wars and why they suck balls and what's wrong with them, and just tearing, just like little by little, just taking it frame by frame and just tearing it up, and it's just beautiful. So they recently just released the Plinkett review of Star Wars Episode 7, the new Star Wars movie. It took him almost a year to get it together, which that's something that I would like to say, guys, is something this great takes time, you know? And I know everyone's been up his ass about this Plinkett review forever, but this is how long it takes, and this is great, and it's amazing.